What up, my fellow Second Amendment people out there? Just thought I'd make a little quick video for anybody trying to get their CCW. Drop another one. I ain't dropped one in a while. So, I recently just got my renewal for, the start of my third year with my CCW license. Check it out. You see the expiration date right there. Issued right there. You know what I'm saying? Are they still going down? One of the questions I asked when I was up in there picking mine up, are they still giving them away out here in LA County? How they slowed down? And the sheriff, she informed me that they still going full force in, 2025, April 14th. So if anybody's out there looking to get their CCW, I suggest y'all apply, get them while they hot. I get questions. A lot of people don't know about the SB. I forget the numbers, but it's pretty much like it's not even really worth it, because they're banning every place we can go and we can carry out here. So some people feeling like it's not even worth it, Like, I'll be honest, I carry mine a lot of places, but I'll be honest, with all these new rules and restrictions, it's like the only place I can really carry it, legally. It's like when I'm walking my dog, basically, But other than that, it's just like, if there ain't no posted sign saying they allow us, it's like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. Something goes down, or they catch you with it, you're brandishing by accident. You're at the gas station or something like that, and ain't no sign posted. That could be that show ass, violation or whatever. So, but anyways, the process was fairly easy, especially these days. Anybody renewing, like, just how they make it just all online, pretty much, as opposed to when I applied. I mean, maybe I wasn't in the renewal process, so the system, I wasn't aware of the system yet, but it was fairly easy. Did everything online, even made my appointment online, which was kind of nice. I don't know if people getting their CCW now get to have that option, or they just have to wait for that phone call like I did 2 years ago. But now it's just like submit my application, uploading it, the course, the class, the shooting proficiency card. Like, I took pictures of it and just uploaded it right there on the CCW website. Paid the little fee right there on the website. Once all my documents were uploaded, it gives you an order number, a tracking number, and you can just keep going on there daily, weekly, to see once everything is approved. And once all my stuff was cleared, all the background, all my information was cleared, I got an email saying that I could go into my account and schedule an appointment. It was real simple, real easy. I scheduled it for April 14th. Same process, went down there. My appointment was 12 o'clock. The building was a little different. You got to come in on the left-hand side because they were doing construction. Anybody that's been up there in Monterey Park, can't go through the front door. But if you was going through the front door, go to the left, walk around to the back of the building towards the cafeteria, old cafeteria area. That's where you got to pick up your license. The cat at the gate will instruct you. But, they still giving them out. Everybody stay up to date on these new laws. I hope nobody's fucking it up out here for the CCW community, doing some bullshit, So people in the future are able to apply, able to get them. It ain't much. It's not very many places we can really walk into and go. But I know a lot of other people probably feel like I feel. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6 at the end of the day. So, I'm not out here doing no bullshit, so be safe, people carrying, y'all can make your own decisions just like I make mine, Besides the government places, I respect all those places, schools, governments, and whatnot, for the most part. But other than that, it's like this world is getting crazier and crazier. Every time you turn on the news, someone getting shot, especially if you're living in LA, like I do. It's left and right. I got news feeds every single morning popping up. Mass stabbings, mass shootings, mass killings, mass this, mass that, mass that. I'm just like, damn, And they don't want us to carry everywhere. It's crazy because more good guys out here might stop all of that, Ain't nothing wrong with a good guy with a gun, Because all the bad guys that really out here carrying them on their hip, all the gangbangers out here really carrying them out here on the hip. I truly feel there's more bad people with guns on their hip than there is good people with guns on their hip, and that's why all this bullshit keep happening. Make all the laws they want. Criminals don't follow laws. You don't see righteous people, stand-up people like me and others out here committing all the bullshit that we see on television. None of those laws they're just hindering me. They're just affecting me. They're not affecting criminals out here. So, all the new people coming up. Everybody new seeing this. If you want to just go ahead and spend that $400-500 on a class, go for it, be my guest. If anybody seen my other previous videos, I did it the wrong way in the beginning. I just took the class and then I applied. I suggest you do it the other opposite way. Apply first, then go take the class just in case you get denied. Since I knew I was already qualified for my CCW license again, I'll tell y'all this much, I think I started the process in December, because mine was expired in February. So I already took the class. I know everything was going to be good to go, so I didn't wait to get the approval to go take my class, because I already knew I got it once. I'm going to most likely get it twice, so before my shit was up, my license expired in February. Then I finally picked up my license in April. It took them 2 months to give me my license. But back in December, late November, December, that's when I start. That's when I took my class to start my renewal process, because I know I had 2 months, so they always say start early. So before I even applied, signed up, I took my class first, and then I applied the very next day, and then just went through the whole cycle and submitting all the documents at first. So anyways, hope this little video helped. Overall, almost 4 to 5 months it took to get my new CCW license. Some counties, some people might go faster, might be different, but for me, mine took from December all the way to April 14th to finally get my shit, and my license expired in February. So 2 months after February, that's when I finally got the call the email to come go ahead and pick my shit up. So be safe out there, don't brandish in anybody, don't fuck it up for the future, follow the laws, follow the rules, and use your own discretion as to when and where you feel like carrying your gun at, because the criminal sure ain't gonna care about it. So sometimes I feel like, why should I? But that's just me. Y'all can do your own thing, you want to be gangsters, you want to be law-abiding citizens and walk around carrying nowhere, because I feel like I said, I can only walk outside. Based off all these laws, all I got is around my neighborhood, basically. When I'm walking my dog, that's what I really feel like that's the only legal places I could carry my gun on my hip with all the new laws and restrictions. So that's not good enough for me. It may or may not be good enough for you, wherever you live, wherever you from. So, like I said, carry at your own risk, be safe. Enjoy 2025 out here. Summertime's coming, these knuckleheads about to be outside wilding out because they hot and all the ass and titties is out, so everybody gonna be going crazy. So, just be safe out here, y'all, Follow rules, you know. Don't fuck it up. Please, again, don't fuck up the Second Amendment community, because all the bullets is aimed at us more than anybody. You know, they aimed at everybody, all the legal owners with a gun. So, you know, got any kids, knuckleheads, you know, brandishing, playing around, like, tell them take them dumbass videos down on Instagram, drop comments, you know, on people that you may or may not feel that are real legal gun owners, but like, bro, man, like, what you doing, you making it look bad for us, and why people talking shit about guns and shit like that, you know, motherfuckers with guns is, I don't know, like, I see a lot, and it's just like, I see sometimes why they come down so hard at us, because a lot of these youngsters just clearly, with all their videos, are showing just a lot of irresponsibility with their guns, playing around with their friends and shit like that, just joking, looking cool, doing that shit for likes and whatnot. Like, I get it, but you gotta understand, in the long run, you know, if you got friends or family, let them know, like, yo, what you doing? You're making it hard on all of us, to where they really trying to come and take all of our guns because of videos like this, or your actions like that, you know? So drop some knowledge on these kids, on these youngsters, if y'all can, you know, let them know the battle that we really out here facing, and, you know, all these clubs is out here fighting, and when they do dumb shit, they just set us back, you know, 2-3 more years, you know, so, because that's how long some of these cases take. So, you know, just educate people, man, let them know, like, the real deal about the Second Amendment community. Let them know what's going on. Let them know how they can help. You know, don't harm it. You know, it's very fragile. You know, everybody out here, again, wants to take our guns. Feel like making more laws is going to make it safer out here, which is clearly not, because criminals don't follow laws. Most people don't understand all these laws are affecting law-abiding citizens like myself. And at the end of the day, they clapping it up for these laws, but not realizing that, you know, homeboys I've had in the past, like, it's real easy to get a gun. You know, it's real easy to make a phone call, get something off the streets or illegal. It's not very hard. And that's the shit that they need to be focused on. None of these laws is focused on shit like that. But in the end, I feel they really don't care, because I hear the stories on the streets of trains pulling up in the hood and the doors be wide open and cases full of guns, and like, they just let this shit out, just like they did crack in the 80s. You know, they want us to kill ourselves, so that's just how I feel. But anyways, hope I wasn't talking too long. Peace and love, y'all. It's your boy, Mr. Second Amendment. Another year with my CCW, y'all. It's going down. LA County, go get y'all's. Get them while they hot, you know.